Welcome to the Jameela Adams Experience podcast. It's a place and a space for women over 40 to be inspired, encouraged, and heard. Your host, Jameela Adams, will talk about how life be lifing and how to find joy when overcoming challenges. You're invited to join the experience. Hey everyone, thank you for listening to this week's podcast. I want to keep it light and funny, but yet serious at the same time. So this week, I'm going to be giving tips on how to stay in your lane. Tip number 1, focus on your goals. Keep your eyes on the prize and avoid comparing yourself to others. Comparison is a joy killer. When you compare yourself to others, you lose focus on you. Let's repeat that. When you compare yourself to others, you lose focus on you. So be mindful on how you perceive others and how they make you feel. Remember, when you look on Instagram, you're only looking at someone's highlight reel. You're not seeing the full story. So please give yourself grace and don't trip off of that because it's really not even them. So don't worry about it. Stop comparing. Focus on you. Tip number 2, set boundaries. Clearly define clearly define what you are and what you are not responsible for. There are sometimes we feel like we're responsible for others' baggage and their behavior, and no, we're not. You're only responsible for yourself. And remember that. No one else but you. I mean, unless you have kids and then you're responsible for them until they're 21 or whatever they decide to move out the house. Anyway, whole different subject. But anyway, you're only responsible for you. So set boundaries on how people will treat you, and be direct and exact and use tact. There's no reason to be, going all willy-nilly, but just set boundaries. Tip number 3, stay in your expertise. Stick with what you know best and delegate the tasks that you have no idea on what to do. It kind of cracks me up when I see posts on Facebook, especially during the holidays, Thanksgiving. It's like, this is not the Apollo Theater. Do not come in here trying to cook something when you've always been delegated to bring in ice and cups. Don't be coming here with trying to do something out of the ordinary because it's not you. Especially since you're just learning how to cook. Come on, don't do that. You'll get embarrassed and laughed out of the house. So don't be coming here trying to bring in dressing and sweet potato pies when you can't even boil an egg. Let's keep it real. But in all seriousness, only try to expand yourself into something you have an idea on what you want to do. And then research it and then put it to task. But if you have no idea what you're doing, don't do it. Don't try to show out because you're not going to make it. So stay in your expertise, your lane of expertise. Tip number 4, practice mindfulness. Be present at the time and avoid getting distracted by others. This kind of goes back to tip number 1. You'll always come across a time when you feel like someone said something to you that just didn't seem right or totally out of pocket. You have to say, you know what, I'm above this and I'm not going to let you get to me. So you have to be mindful of your reactions and how to respond. You're just going to have to say, I'm going to let you have your moment. And I'm just going to let it go because there's no point. This person already have their mind made up for whatever reason about you, how you do things and whatever. So the best thing you can do is stay in your lane, be mindful, and keep it pushing because there's no point. There really is no point. Don't let others dictate your flow. And finally, tip number 5, and I think this should be universal. This should be common sense. But for whatever reason, it ain't. But we're going to work on that. Avoid gossip and drama. Yeah, it's that simple. Avoid gossip and drama. Don't get caught up in other people's business. Stay focused on your goals and priorities. Small-minded individuals always like to keep shit going. Unfortunately, they'll try to drag you down with them. So the best thing you can do is rise above it and keep it pushing. That's all you can do. So don't join in when you hear them talking crap about somebody, either online or in person. And then just think about it. Would you say this to this person if they were standing right in front of you? Probably not. So the best thing you can do is avoid it. Avoid the gossip, avoid the drama. I really get so annoyed when I see grown-ass women. When I mean grown-ass women, I mean like women 30, 40, 50, especially in their 50s, acting like kids and like literally having meltdowns and just being drama-filled. Not drama-free, drama-filled. And it's like, what are we doing? We're too old for this. What are we doing? So, avoid it. Avoid it and stay in your lane and keep it pushing. So, which one of these tips resonated with you? Which ones will you be putting into practice? If not all of them, but some of them. Which would you do? My thing is just stay in your lane. And that doesn't mean stay in your comfort zone. That's different, because we have to grow. We have to be uncomfortable to grow. But what I mean by staying in your lane is like, focus on what your tasks are. Focus on what you need to do. Focus on your priorities, be it your business, your family, your home, anything. Stop worrying about what Ray, DJ, and whomever is doing, and focus on what you need to do to take care of yourself. So that's what staying in your lane is. Focus on what you need to do to improve yourself, improve your life, improve your health. Anything like that improves you. That's what you need to be focusing on, and stay in your lane to do it. So, with that being said, I want you to be inspired. I want you to be inspiring. I want you to be encouraged. And I want you to be encouraging. But most of all, I want you to be you. And we'll chat next week.